What's good with you, brother?
What's poppin', man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. How are you?
That's awesome. Good, man. Good. Grateful for life, man. Very peaceful.
Yeah, no doubt. It's good to have you here. I dig the background. You
Absolutely.
got you
Thank
got the
you.
vibe going.
Yo, you gotta create the vibe, you feel me? If somebody's gonna watch, you gotta do little
I
little
know.
elements, nature and stuff. Yeah.
I'm stuck in my room right now, so I gotta just make sure I got the L lighting at least. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have
That's right.
let my face come through. All right.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man. So we're gonna get right into it. Welcome to Hip Hop
Word.
Adventures. This is a series I created to kind of tell the stories that lie between the intersection of hip hop culture and community, and
Mm.
shine light on different artists in our community and our culture who are doing really cool things, who are well-rounded people, who are leaders, and who are making impact. And I'm doing that in the form of interviews. So this is my fifth interview, episode number
Word.
5, featuring my guy over here, Motivation Dame. I appreciate you being here. For anybody who watches this video after, who doesn't know me, I'm Will Wallace. I'm an MC, producer, event organizer, community leader, and now I'm doing this series as well. So I'm trying to be well rounded myself. Yeah, and Dame, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself as well, my guy.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me on this beautiful platform that you created for us people in the community. Shout out to Will. You do very. I'm gonna give you a little spice right here, okay? Because you deserve it. He's a very hardworking man, very organized person, very truthful, very honest, and it shows a lot in his work and what he does in life. So, Will's always been holding it down, and he's always been around.
My brother,
So,
salute.
my name is love, man. My name is Motivation Dame. I go by Motivation Dame Speaks. Um, I'm actually an artist. I've been an artist since a young child, ever since I've been drawing in my room when I was young, of course, in my mom's house. But it all turned out to me, just trying out different types of things like graphic design and photography and video and, just different types of like fine arts when I was young too, like painting, sculpting, and like I'm just well rounded within the arts. But nowadays, it's all changed because like I found like a new way to express myself, and that's through writing. Writing and speaking. I also been doing like motivational talks ever since like 2014. Just walking down the street from my mom's house. Whenever I got something on my mind, if I'm going through something, I just speak to the camera and I just upload it online. And years ago, like hundreds of people would just tap in on Facebook, and then I don't know. I just My Facebook is filled with people from like different states and stuff, so they all just like felt the message that I was bringing. I wanted to inspire people to just keep going, to know yourself and know your passion because there's more to life than just a regular lifestyle that we was taught.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, thank you for that introduction. As long as I've known you, you've been a creative person. When I first met you, I was working with Hakeem at the supermarket, and
Yeah.
you introduced yourself to me as Hakeem's manager, right? I've seen you do, I've seen
Oh
you do some
man.
graphic design work. I've seen you do spoken word. I've seen you host. You started a brand with Hakeem, 24 Hours on the Move. I've
Yeah.
seen you do a lot of different creative things. As long as I've known you, you've been pretty curious about art and entertainment. So I'm wondering, my first question for you is, as a kid growing up, what was your first experience like kind of being introduced to the world of entertainment?
Wow. Dang. Wow. Okay. So, man, you can actually catch a video of me on YouTube way back when I used to hang out in my uncle's studio. He had a whole studio in his basement, professionally built the way he wanted. And like he was a major impact during my young years because I used to just infuse myself in that place. And he actually had like a group, a whole name. He like did the whole mixtapes out the trunk type of thing and just did little tours type of thing. And then like every time this was actually in the west side of Massachusetts. So to like get away from home, me and my brother from my biological father's side would just slide ourselves down there and just infuse ourselves with like family, but at the same time, we was always looking forward to the studio. And that was just like a place to get away, to express yourself, to write. And I was just sitting there, just watching my brother and my cousin Shaka, which a lot of people do know him in the community too. So shout out to Shaka. Um, he's been working with my uncle for like 7 to 10 years, and I was there ever since like he started his own writing and music and recording and stuff. And so like that's like where it all started in that basement. And further along the years when college started, I started surrounding myself with like musicians and artists. Naturally, they just gravitate towards me. And that was when Hakeem got introduced into my life, and we just went at it. And there's a lot to say from there, but we just clicked right then and there and made history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So back when you were starting in the basement and stuff like that with your uncle and your cousins, were you also making the music back then too, or were you just like in the environment observing, listening?
Yo, man, it was a little bit of both because I actually, of course, like if you're in an environment which is a part of you, because everybody grows up differently, and that plays into the part where who you are today.
Hmm.
I was in that environment, and they were writing so much. My brother and my cousin and my uncle, they were always working so much together that to the point where it influenced me to start like writing. And I made a few songs, man, when I was young, and they actually got recorded too. And I was on tracks with my brother and my cousin. They came out pretty fire, like, and they're so funny too. Like it's just having fun and just like taking our experiences and making it into something. But yeah, I have like a few like rare recordings of the recording, on my computer.
Hmm.
And just like to think back of like when I really tried to do that, it was great. So yeah, I did experiment with that. Made a few tracks. Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why I asked is I feel like a lot of people, whether they're like event organizers or they're producers, like everyone always like starts off rapping, you know? Like everyone tries it at least once.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
But I'm wondering, like, I love how you were talking earlier about how you kind of you've always like wanted to express, and you found that more in like in the more recent years, it's been through writing and speaking.
Hmm.
Um,
Absolutely.
and I mean, I think I feel the same way in a lot of ways by myself. But I'm wondering, like, as a motivational speaker, a lot of motivational speakers who I follow and who I know are like older guys, right? And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times, and I know a few like older women who motivational speakers. I'm not trying to categorize,
Hmm.
but
Yep.
I think like there are a lot like older like successful guys who have like done mad stuff already and who like kind of have this big story to tell, right? But you're like kind of different. You came in like really young, where you're still kind of carving out your story, right?
Hmm.
So I'm wondering like where you get your inspiration, because I know like we've been tight for a little while, but I don't really know your backstory like that. So I'm wondering like what what gives you your inspiration to be a motivational speaker, like kind of specifically.
Yeah, man. Well, if you think about like the word motivation, it's just like the willing. It's like a will. Ha! Look at that. It's like a will. That's that word, man. Cause like it's inside of you, and it's like it's some sort of like upheaval energy that you have to release.
Hmm.
And I just always wanted to see the best for people, bro, because I've been through a lot of struggles as everybody has, but my struggles were mainly concerned mentally,
Hmm.
because my I grew up in a household where there was a lot of challenges mentally,
Hmm.
and none of us should be looked at wrong for having kind of that internal problem, because it's kind of hard to live your life, and it's kind of hard to love yourself when you when you're messed up here. And this can hold back everything from what you experience in life, man. Trust me.
Mm,
Um, so like being positive, being in a higher vibration, always thinking optimistic and wanting to achieve, like, find a kind of like a purpose, like you're worth it in this world,
mm-hmm,
because a lot of people don't feel like they have anything or they're not anything. And it's like, no, like we are literally here for a reason. You were incarnated for a reason. You know what I mean? Like you have a destiny, you have a path, you have a mission while you're here. But it's up to us to discover it and accomplish that so we can move on to the next realm because it's not everything. The 3D world is not everything. So just dealing with a lot of, I hate to say it, but like there was a lot of just like negative energy in my life when I was young.
mm-hmm,
And so I wanted the opposite of that. So not just for myself, but for everybody, because I know how that felt
mm,
living in that, dealing with that every single day.
mm,
But the thing is, it's not nobody's fault. It's just something that somebody was going through up here that wasn't clicking.
mm-hmm,
And so I wanted to see the best for people. I always loved people in general. I wanted to see people smiling and happy. Most of all, just like knowing your purpose and going after it.
mm.
I'm telling you right now, like a lot of people don't know why they're here, and we just do things, just work and work and work, and just do things without thinking. Like, what
Right.
about yourself?
And a
You
lot
know
of
what I
times
mean?
that's like a waste of your energy too, because once you
Mm.
figure out what your purpose is, it still takes energy to accomplish that, right? Like I
Yeah.
was saying it the other day in like an Instagram post. It's like your purpose. If it's your purpose, if God sent you here for this, that means it's God's work, right?
Mhm.
That means that's not going
Mhm.
to be easy.
Right.
So why waste
Exactly.
your energy on a 9 to 5 when you can exert your energy into something that is more meaningful, or like that is what you're here for, even if it's a little bit harder. Um, so I feel
Yeah,
that, and
man.
and I'm happy you said that, Damien, because you you talk a lot about mental healing. Um,
Mhm. Mhm.
and I think that right now, more like this time more than any other time, that's extremely important for all of us.
Absolutely.
It's a really hard time for everybody mentally, and it takes a lot of mental
Mhm.
toughness to kind of deal with what's going on right now. So, what are like some things that you're doing on a daily basis that kind of help support your own mental health?
Yeah. Well, the first thing, like the way, even like the topic or like the kind of path that I'm going is motivational kind of guy. Like that's backed by like knowing how your mind works. Because it's one thing to just do something, but to know how it is, it's like knowing your history. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm from here, I'm from there. Like, yeah, but like, what did those people do, and how did they live their life? And you know, so the thing is, like, I learned about a lot about the subconscious mind, the conscious, and then we also have our imagination. Those are the three types of minds that we have. Um, but going back to the question that you said, can you repeat that, bro? Because I wanted to just mention that real quick.
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering, like, what are some like practices that you use on a daily basis to kind of support
Word.
your own mental health, and that you can kind of like
Yes.
give other people that advice as well?
Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah. So to be able to answer that question, you have to be aware of your mind. And so the types of things that I practice, I've learned because like actually doing it and paying attention to how you feel before and then after is very important. And that just shows that it works. So some things that I use is affirmations,
Mm,
speaking positively about yourself, thinking positively about other people,
yep.
things that you eat. All right, so things that you eat, things that you do, things that you say, everything has to do with your life and how it comes out. So if I'm a negative person, if I wake up in an AM, I don't say morning. You know why? See, that's another thing. Morning means to, what does it mean to? What does morning mean?
Like when you're sad, like you're like sobbing about something or something.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
good morning. Like what? No. Grand rising. I say grand rising every day. And that right there is something that I practice every day because I want to feel like I'm rising in the AM, you
Yeah.
know? So yeah, affirmations is one thing. Your thoughts become things. You know, what you say is what you think. What you think is inside of you, so it's what you believe. What you believe is inside your subconscious mind. Your conscious acts on everything. I'm speaking out of my conscious. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, that's one thing. And the second thing is just like um I show a lot of love, bro. No matter what you do, if we in contact with, if we like, if our day is going down, you know, we just feel like down and out. If you're taking that out on somebody else, man, dude, you're literally spreading that negativity. So instead, you have the ability to change that. Oh no, I'm not gonna react to that person in a negative way. I'm actually gonna show them peace and positivity,
Mm,
not because I'm going through something, but I want to spread that. And the more I spread that, the more it's gonna come back to me. Life is a boomerang.
mm.
So, and then when you do that, you rule out all that negativity rules out because you're combating it. You're taking that controller and you need to be like, no, I'm a positive person. No, I'm going to do positive things and think positive things. And this is how my day is going to go. That's it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a couple of things, bro.
Yeah. I think a lot of it seems like to me what you're talking about is like the little things that you do. You know what I mean? Like the little
Mm-hmm.
things in between the daily self disciplines, the switch of a thought kind of thing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which I 100% agree with too. Um, and so you've kind of been transforming this energy and this writing and this motivational speaking also into some spoken word stuff. So you released your self love is real love EP a little while ago. I was able to listen to it as I was getting some work done, and I was really rocking with it, man. Positive vibes. What was the inspiration behind creating that, and what was like the main message? Do you feel?
Crazy, bro. Thank you so much for like, you know, just contributing to like the works that I put in, bro. Because
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that all that stuff is just like phases of like high inspiration at a moment. And you got to take care of it. You feel me?
Hmm.
Um, so, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. I want to say that relationships are very, very inspiring to me. No matter what, if a relationship goes right or wrong, it still has an impact in your life. You're still learning something.
Like
You know,
like
you still
relationships in general, or like a relationship between like partner, like a sexual partners, like a
um
romantic relationship, or like just relationships.
damn, bro. Well, a relationship is a relationship. You feel me? It's it's a
Okay, so
it's a thing
I get
between
what you're
two
saying.
people. Yeah,
I got you.
but I'm gonna direct it towards the actual romantic relationships. Yes, and it was heavily inspired by what I wrote because a lot of people would. I'm an observer, so I see a lot of people go through stuff. So the past um relationships I had with women, um, all those were learning lessons. So for me, like seeing what was going on with the situation, for me seeing what that person was going through, and for me learning my own lesson within my own self
Mm,
and applying that and learning from it. It's like, yo, where are you seeking for love? How you loving somebody? How to love? What is this? What am I really doing? You see
mm,
what I'm saying? And then it gets so uncomfortable because you're literally loving in the wrong way. That and then also you're also dealing with your not just your insecurities, but just like mental issues that you go through, and you're taking that out on other people in different kinds of ways. So you can run away at times. You can have anger, bitterness,
mm,
depression. It could be anything, man.
mm.
And just being aware of like how you're affecting that other person or how that person is affecting you or how your union is not cohesive is so important, man. And that's why most relationships fail because I feel like self love should come first before you're able to express what you know about love to somebody else, you
Mm.
know? Because we mainly go for, ooh, that looks good, that looks good. Oh, I knew you for a month. We're good, we're good. But no, you take your time. It's a journey. It's not a destination. You see
Mm,
what I'm saying? You're growing together. You're compassionately caring about another person. You're genuinely loving somebody, not because you feel like you have to, or like because they're gonna do this for me, I'm gonna do that. No, it's out of genuine love. Out of You gotta have compassion to be able to be aware of their own feelings and emotions, and you're an addition to their life, an additional light to their life. That's what a relationship is, man.
mm.
Whether you're romantic or not, it doesn't matter. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I
So
think
like,
you definitely have to add
mhm,
value. You
yeah,
know,
value. That all creates value, exactly.
right?
And the things that I wrote about was heavily inspired, bro, because every time I meet somebody, it's this big dramatic story that they have behind them, or something big that they're going through,
Mm,
and it touches me so much. And I feel like life brings that to me for a purpose, so I can be able to put it out there, in a way of like a solution, or like an experience, and I turn it into creativity. Because I meet a lot of like
mm,
situations, man. It can be from somebody questioning their own existence because of their health, not being able to express themselves because of what they're going through. Like they literally can't say anything. They're on mute. They feel like they're by themselves in this world. Um, toward to people that just like one's chasing after another, but at the same time, the person that's chasing after that person, this is like, oh, like I'm me, you're doing too much. What do you want from me? So that causes the person that's being chased after to run away. It's just all a balance, man. So yeah, it's deep, bro. It's a lot of deep stuff. But yeah,
mm. Yeah,
inspired by
it almost
relationships.
seems like it's the same science behind like when the little kid in you who was dealing with that negative energy, and you grew up to to express right in a way where it's like I want to be positive and I want to let people know that they're not alone,
Mm.
and you started doing the motivational speaking. It's almost like the same science behind the relationships too. It's like those
Mm-hmm.
experiences that you went through. um, I think that's kind of like a theme, like you know you have a lot of like, it almost seems like you're bringing out the silver linings in these different situations. You know what I mean? And the way that you're expressing, which is really dope because I can relate, man. I can relate to all of it. Um,
Right.
I want you to bring us through the Detachment series, because this was something that was really cool to me too. And at first, I wasn't sure if it was like this the same thing, like part of the EP at first, but I realized it was something different. What is So just tell us about this project a little bit, man. Um, and
Right.
and I know I was supposed to submit something for it a while ago, and I murked on that,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Oh,
apologize.
good, man. No worries.
You plan on I saw you had that one shorty involved, and she did a little video. You plan on having like different
Yeah.
artists submit different things.
Yep.
What is
Yeah.
the
Slowly
process?
but surely. Yeah, no doubt, man. So that's the thing, man. When you come up with ideas, bro, it's just like you gotta execute them ASAP, or else like they'll just be long gone behind you as a trail.
Hmm,
So the whole detachment series is basically to connect people together to know that like you're not alone with whatever you're feeling or thinking. There's other people going through the same thing. And it's like if somebody else speaks about it or expresses themselves about the topic detachment,
hmm,
it gives that person the ability to realize their own situation and heal from it, because we heal a lot by expressing and thinking and sitting with that thought, and notice what was going on. But at the same time, it's to connect a community together of people. All of us seem to be like online, this perfect version of themselves, or like this got to be exactly right for me to upload it or finish it. That's what holds us back, man. And I wrote about that recently. So these kind of talks will be like showing up in my next project, but um, I wanted to be able to have people speak about a topic, and then literally I create like a visual that connects to like an environment that are passionate about, or somewhere that they've been, or they could be holding an object, or it could be anything that they connect to, but it's a visual and an audio connected together, and then their voices in the back of it. Wow, you just watch these visuals of them moving around and the close detail. Because when you watch somebody through a video, you want to see the details on how they move and how they blink and how they like, their swag and all that. It helps you connect to that person. So
Yeah. Are
that's
you
that.
shooting videos too?
Hmm?
Are you shooting the videos too?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, yep.
That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
forgot to
man.
mention that. So I forgot you be doing the camera work too a little bit.
Yeah, I had a lot of practice with like Hakeem and Opie, so
Yeah.
that just really helped me out for a couple years, and I taught myself everything. And also, I've been doing music videos for Shawnee Virgo, so those music videos actually helped me advance my skills as well.
Yeah.
Spending time with that craft, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, practice is best, man. And I think that when you work with other people who are trying to just
Hmm.
get the experience, that's the
Hmm.
best way you can do it. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
that's what's up. So you did mention the last part I want to talk about as far as like the recordings and stuff. Um, you're working on a new EP, the Free Your Mind EP.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
tell us a little bit about that project.
No doubt. Thank you for noticing, bro. Appreciate it. So this EP is actually going to, I'm not going to say exactly when because you know how that goes with artwork. So it will be released next year, early, before the next season starts. So this one is really just, it's another, all of this is about consciousness, bro. If you're conscious, you're aware of something. That's all it is. And that's what I speak about. I bring things that are not talked about to light in life so people can heal from it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Anyways, so like this Free Your Mind EP is a 3-track EP I'm gonna release, and it has to do with everything about freeing your mind, about holding, not holding back from like restrictions, certain types of thinking, or just things that'll just like things that you don't understand or you're afraid of, and you run away or walk away from it, or you just never know what you have in front of you until you deal with it. And at the same time, these 3 tracks. All right, so one track is literally about freeing your mind. Um, this one was inspired by. Oh man, can I just say like the chorus real quick?
Yeah, do it, bro. Do it.
All right, so this is for one of them. It's called Free Your Mind. All right, okay. It's your time. Free your mind. Know yourself. This life is just a journey. Inside will God, just you and I. Love yourself. This pain is temporary. It's your time. Free your mind. Know yourself. This life is just a journey. Inside will guide. Just you and I. Know yourself. That pain is temporary. Sometimes life gets the best of what? The soul, our energy, and a lot of trust. These are tests to see who can put up different battles of fear. Sometimes we just cannot handle. That's all I'm gonna give,
Hey,
bro. I can't remember all of it,
no, no,
but
I feel you,
it's
bro. I
little
feel you.
pieces, bro.
Okay, guy.
You know what I mean? So good, bro.
Yeah.
And all right, so one of them is Free Minds. The other track is called Thought Vibration, and the other one is called Tame. Tame, Tame is a really good one. I actually collaborated with Matthias. I'm not sure if you know him or heard of him,
Oh,
but he goes by Scat. And Tame, I literally wrote about just like calming down your mind when you're feeling like depressed, anxious, sad, or mad about something. You just stop real quick. Just learn how to tame your mind and just
right.
hold it down. Thought vibration is about, man, it's just about just being aware of your thoughts and how they can affect your life. But yeah,
Word, bro. So would you consider it like is it gonna be like on the same vibe as the the self love is real love? Is it gonna be all spoken word? Or is it gonna be songs?
so I'm starting to write in a way where it's like a little bit of both because I introduced spoken word into the musically. So you can be able to enjoy it as a song, but at the same time, there's a part in it where it's just like
Yeah,
broken
that
down.
makes sense. That makes sense. So I'm wondering, like, as you're growing, because I'm noticing that I think right now more than ever for you, like you're going through a real growth experience, right? And I can see you growing.
Absolutely.
I can see you growing. I can see the great potential. Like we've known each other for some years now. You know what I'm saying? We worked together a little bit, and I've
Yeah,
always saw
bro.
potential in you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've always felt that energy. So
Thank you,
what
bro.
what direction do you see yourself going in? Do you see yourself going in more of like you're gonna create like the music and the art, or you're gonna do more
Mm,
of like the motivational speaking? A little bit
mm.
of both, but what direction do you see yourself really like going in and excelling in? Because I feel like you're
Damn, bro.
kind of, you know, you're coming up heavy right now in the streets, like
Mhm.
as both. You feel me?
Mhm.
So where do you see?
Yeah, bro. Well, so that's why it's like kind of important, bro. I know this like your life journey unfolds and like you get to discover like what you're trying to do over time. But
Mhm.
at the same time, like I'm always stuck. Like where am I gonna end up going? Because I was always known for this motivational speaker, like this person who just speaks about different messages online and stuff, which can be turned into speaking on stage. But now we got COVID going on, everything's different.
Mhm.
But that doesn't affect anything because dude, everything is temporary. So, and there's this other side of me that just I'm able to create music because I love music, bro. Like I need music to heal, to calm down, to feel inspired, to be happy, to move. Like it's within me, bro. So
Mhm.
like these two lines, bro. I hope that I can combine them together somehow. The motivational speaking, being that motivator who writes and speaks about motivation, but at the same time, I'm able to like perform, talk on stage, or like give some sort of message, bro. And that's just like my main goal. I just want to like speak to, I always told myself I'm going to motivate millions of people
Mhm.
through creative productivity, through speaking, through writing. And
Yeah.
that's all I say. And so the journey will unfold, bro. Right now, all I'm doing, this is what you got to do in life. You got to follow your intuition. Your intuition is your guide, bro. Don't listen to anybody else. Listen to what's inside, what keeps popping up. What's that repetitive thought or idea or creation? Do it. That is what you're here to do. So all these things could lead up to something different. Just like you said, you knew me for being this one person, but I'm evolving. It's because I'm trusting and listening to myself. That's why. So let's see what happens. I can't
Yeah.
predict that.
I think there's nothing wrong with having like a goal or multiple goals in life, and I think
Yeah.
I think the idea is like, what is your mission in life? Like you said earlier, what is your purpose? And you could take so many different angles at that, and I
Hmm.
think, in my opinion, taking
Hmm.
an all-angle approach is the way to go these days. You know what I mean? I think that for some people it doesn't work. For some people, they're best at just like really honing in on one thing and dominating at that. But for other people like myself and like you, it's like we need to do different things, right? Like I'm emceeing,
Yes,
I'm organizing events, and now I'm doing this, right? It's like
that's
you're doing
right.
motivational speaking, now you're dabbling into the art, you're doing music videos, Um,
Hmm.
and I asked you that question already knowing in the back of my head that you are a well-rounded dude, and that's why I brought you on the show, right? Like these are the kind of people, I'm asking you all these different questions because I want to bring these things out, like, and make you recognize too, like, um, you know, you're a well-rounded dude, like, and it's important to be well-rounded, and when you're
Hmm.
well-rounded, like, chances of you making bigger impact rise up. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the goal
Absolutely.
here, right? Like, we're trying to make impact. Um,
Hmm. Yes.
I know you're also a very spiritual person. We had like, we've had like mad spiritual conversations after for hours.
Oh man.
Good time. Uh, can you recommend any like spiritual practices for tackling something? For example, let's say like anxiety.
Yeah. Absolutely, bro. That's one thing that like I'm gonna be transparent. That's one thing I challenge with is anxiety, bro. It's real. I think most of us do have it. We just don't know. or don't know how to tame it, take care of it. So one thing I practice is one very powerful thing. Anxiety is just worrying about the future, bro. That's all it is. You're literally worrying about something that's not there, and you just keep thinking about it, and your mind goes in a million places. But you got to be like, nah. You got to be like, stop, catch it right there, catch yourself, right in a million thoughts, stop. Now I'm back to reality. You have to focus on here and now. Here and now, that's what I'm all about. Living in the present so there's no time for doubts. You see what I'm saying?
Is that one of the
So,
lines? Is that one of the lines?
yeah, bro, from the self love. Yes, absolutely.
My God.
So, you gotta you gotta focus on now. Another thing that I do is frequency music. I continuously listen to frequency music, bro, when I'm going to bed, when I'm resting. So
Okay.
that way your subconscious still hears things when you're sleeping. So if you feed it like affirmations on YouTube, like positive affirmations or whatever, or frequency music, your subconscious is taking that in, and you're gonna rise most likely feeling much better than what you used to feel, because we're all energy, we're spirits inside of a flesh, inside of our vessels, our bodies. You can't see your thoughts, you can't see, what you say and what you think. So you got to think about that. Since we're balls of energy inside of a flesh body that we have to take care of, we need to vibrate our frequency. We need to raise it higher, because when you're negative, it's low. But when you're positive and feeling happy and peaceful, it's a high vibration. So you want to raise your vibration high and stay high every day, all day. And what things you got to think of, how can I do that? I can do that by playing frequency music. I can do that by focusing on here and now and be like, yo, I appreciate this notebook I have to be able to write in. I appreciate these incense that I can light up so my room can smell great. I appreciate the money in my bank. I appreciate the fact that I have a car and gas in it. Like, all these things is gratitude, and it helps you raise your vibration, because you're noticing like what's around you and what you quote unquote have,
Mm,
but you should be at peace with yourself. So making peace, also another thing is making peace with yourself, loving yourself for who you are, telling your body, damn, you look sexy, you look amazing. Like, I love you fingers, I love you hands, I love you legs, like, you're doing good, you're amazing. And keep saying these things until you form a habit. Because the way to break bad habits is to replace them with new ones. And when you do that, your subconscious is going to believe those new habits. And your subconscious holds all those habits, everything that you do, everything that you think. So these are ways to like raise your vibration. And I guarantee you, anybody who's watching this, get on that frequency music on YouTube. Get on those positive affirmations. Because affirmations,
yeah,
we're speaking affirmations right now, bro. We're speaking it. That this is
I
what
agree.
comes out of our mouth. We were given the mind and speech. The mind and speech. So what are you
Right,
gonna do with that?
right. I agree. You said something before that I think actually is very deep and a different approach actually that I wasn't expecting. But you mentioned gratitude, and I think that yeah, I think the concept of gratitude in general should be something that everybody needs to understand more. But but as far as like tackling anxiety, I think that is a method that is kind of like unorthodox to tackling anxiety, but like is very effective actually.
Mm-hmm.
When you
Mm-hmm.
can have gratitude, if you could bring yourself to a moment of gratitude during like an anxiety attack and be able to be like, oh yeah, 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 I was able to just buy groceries, I was able to pay my rent this month,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
was I have a beautiful family, healthy family, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
when you start and I mean it depends on the situation and the level of like
Right.
seriousness obviously of what you're having anxiety about. But like
Mm-hmm.
I think gratitude goes so far. I even when I'm really nervous before I go and perform in front of like a big crowd or something, you know, I'll always say a little prayer. But my prayers don't I'm not like asking, right, for anything. I'm thanking. Like I'm having gratitude. I'm like, thank you for like giving me this opportunity for being here. Like thank you
That's
for
right.
like, continuing to like bless me with this like talent or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
gratitude is so important. So I'm really happy you
Yes.
did that.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like that goes.
Absolutely, bro.
Do you follow like any of the horoscope stuff too? Are you into that?
I used to go crazy over that. The more I'm becoming spiritual and stuff and conscious over things,
Yeah.
like the less I kind of feed myself into. I mean, one thing that's really important is to know your birth chart, which holds astrology. You know, like the planetary positions when you was born, it holds like all the information you need to know about yourself, from
Yeah.
your emotions to how you think and what you do, what things that you like, desire and all that. But I used to tap into horoscopes every day, all the time. Me and Hakeem used to like look at the newspapers, and we were so excited when we go out and about in Boston and be like, "Yo, guys, this is our day's gonna be like this, yeah, yeah."
Yeah.
But like, it's good to know your birth chart. I would suggest your birth chart because your birth chart is about your life and your destiny number and your life path number. Your destiny number is how you're able to express yourselves in this world and the most likely path you're going to take to in order to be happy and have a peace of mind and fulfill yourself. So
Yeah.
the destiny number is calculated by your birth date. Don't quote me on this because it's either or. Your destiny number is calculated by your birth date. You gotta add all the numbers within your birth date until you have a single number. And your life path number is the addition of, you got to look at all the letters in your name. Every letter in the alphabet has a number 1 through 9, and it starts over 1 through 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, and then you add up all those numbers within your name, first, middle, and last, and you dumb it down to a single digit. That is your life path number. So, for an example, my destiny number is number 3, and that is to literally be a motivation to people, to heal people, inspire people, whatever.
So
Life
each
path is
number
number
represents.
1. What
My
was that?
bad. Sorry, my bad. I was gonna say each number
Yeah,
represents like a specific like thing.
yeah, absolutely. Because life is about numbers. Numbers are everywhere. No, life runs on numbers, from measurements to our birth dates to social security to bank accounts. Like
Mm.
you got to think about it. Measurements on a computer for graphics. Everything is numbers. Life, that's all it is, and it's called numerology. Okay, so since numbers rule the world, and that's how the universe works. Time, like everything is numbers. So the alphabet A B C D E F G H I through 9, 1 through 9, J K L M N O P. So there's calculators on Google. You type in destiny number calculator, life path calculator. It it all take care of it for you if you don't want to do that by hand. But yeah, it's good to know yourself.
Yeah, I think people could probably argue though that the number system is man-made.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I mean,
Mhm.
sometimes things are just too perfect to not be like meant to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
all that is way too perfect. Like whoever those people were who created that system were definitely like sent by God. You know what I'm saying? Like they work.
Facts, yo.
You know, like
Evolution. Yep. We
so.
don't stay the same. Life is a constant change, man. So us
Yeah, yeah,
humans,
for sure,
like,
for sure.
you know,
It's definitely a mixture of like evolution and spirituality. You know what I mean? And science.
yeah.
It's a mixture of all that. But I mean, a lot of what you're saying is science too, like energies
Mhm.
and like currents and shit like that. It's like it's real. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Absolutely. They
So
don't want us to know that though.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So I have a couple, I guess, two more things before we end this that I want to ask you about. Um, so the last question I'm gonna save for the end because it's the same question I always ask all my guests at the end, just to kind of bring things full circle. But before we go into that, I just kind of want to give you this opportunity now to, I, I know you're a motivational speaker, right? So I want to give you this space to just kind of express anything that you want to express. If you want to tell the
Mm.
people anything, if you want to give them
Mm.
some motivation at the end of this episode, this is
Yeah.
kind of like a space for that.
Word. I appreciate that. Nice. Okay. Is that right now? We can
Yeah,
go
yeah,
off right
yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
Yeah.
can have that space right now. Yeah.
Well, wow. Well, I just wanted to let everybody know on this beautiful earth, like right now, you're watching this video, like you literally are here for a reason. You need to get in touch with yourself, love yourself, and the way to life is just to love, show love, be love. The next person you see down the street, I know we're all quiet when we walk past each other like this, and we're all thinking things about each other like this person might be that or this way or that. They might sound like this or that. Just say hi, open up and just say what's up, hello. That breaks that thinking. That breaks that, oh, what is that person? Who are they? What if this? No, be human. We live with technology, and I know it makes us restricted with our emotions and our feelings, but be human. Have a conversation, say what's up. It's okay. And I want to let you guys know I'm here for you. I'm literally here for you. I'm here for your mind. I'm here for your peace. I'm here to bring you clarity. And I feel like this is what I'm here for. And I'm going to do it through creativity. So anything that I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna say it now. You need to go and check out what Motivation Dame Speaks does. Okay, through Instagram, Motivation Dame Speaks, and just receive that inner healing, yo. Like we all need it every day. Every day is a new start, and since every day is a new start, you got a chance to start over. Anything you did yesterday, an hour ago, it's gone. It's done. What you gonna do now? Moving on forward, you know. And most importantly, just be compassionate. Just like pay attention to how others feel. Watch how you respond to people. Watch how you treat other people. Be aware of that because you never know if that triggers somebody. You never know what they're going through. Just just make sure you have compassion when you're interacting with another human being. It's very important. Um, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I could say so much more, but I
No,
just appreciate you having me
of
on
course.
this
Yeah.
beautiful platform, bro.
Yo, beautifully well said, my dude. I love that.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that with us. And the last question I'm going to ask you, um, and usually I give a big explanation of this question, but I want to kind of move away from doing that because I'm moving into my 5th episode now. Um,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to give you the explanation, but I want to ask you to kind of bring everything back full circle. What is your favorite thing about hip hop?
Whoa. Wow. My favorite thing about hip hop, yo. I would say my favorite thing about hip hop is the ability to express yourself however you want to be. I feel like there's so much different colors within hip hop that you can be.
Mm, short and sweet.
Expression, bro. That's it.
No doubt, no doubt. I love that answer. Every single time I ask that question, someone has a different answer, and
Word.
it's dope. I can't wait to like look at all of them at the end. Like not at the end,
Yeah.
but like years from now and be like, yo, this is all they
Hmm.
answered. You know what I'm saying? So
That was beautiful, man.
yo, I appreciate you taking the time out of your night to meeting with me.
No
Um
doubt, man. Thank
again,
you.
this is Hip Hop Adventures, and like I said in the beginning of the show, my goal is to tell the stories that lie in the intersection between hip hop culture and community, and
Mm.
interviewing artists who are making an impact, who are doing cool things, who are trying to make a difference in the world, right? So um, I appreciated you being here tonight, my brother, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Peace, bro.
All right, man. Later.
All right, peace.